Success is measured in numbers, and sports is no exception. It's about how many points are on the board, how many victories, and the number of records broken. With more than 260 wins as head coach, 10 state championships in 20 years, and 2 national titles, there's no doubt Chuck Kyle is a success. But if you know him, you know he's not a numbers guy.
Chuck Kyle is successful because he inspires his kids to want to play on a team.
Outside that door, fellas, is our destiny.
This English teacher quotes Shakespeare and uses his passion for the game to motivate the young men who stand with him on the sidelines.
But you made a bigger commitment than they have, Douglas. They don't know what kind of commitment you make. They don't know the work you put in. And now it's here. You celebrate yourself today. You celebrate yourself today. This next play is going to be my greatest play. Be state champions. Be state champions. Be state champions.
Even as a student, Chuck Kyle quickly made an impression on St. Ignatius High School.
When I came to St. Ignatius, which was in 1968, Chuck was a senior. Because, you know, he wasn't a big guy, but he was a darn good football player as a running back. He was someone to meet, and you knew that when you went into the classroom.
At 5'7", 160 pounds, Kyle rushed through opposing teams as a tailback, becoming an all-star on the Wildcats' 1968 undefeated championship team.
He was a year ahead of me, but we spent a good bit of time, at least in the same general vicinity. And you know, he was always an excellent football player, and you'll never see even a hint of arrogance come from Chuck Kyle.
3 years after graduating, Kyle returned to the Wildcats in 1972, this time as an assistant coach. In 1983, it was Kyle's turn to head up the blue and gold he once played for. And in 1988, the tables of high school football turned. The bar was raised and a new caliber of sportsmanship was created for the next decade. But the team's success didn't hinge on one play or a single athlete.
Through his teachings and his core values that he taught me when I was a young man, I really thank you for who I am today.
If you ask the players, it comes down to one man.
Coach Kyle really inspired me, mostly off the field, just to be a good person and to be humble. And then as far as on the field goes, I mean, you see the guy, how much passion he puts into what he does and how well he gets his guys prepared for games. And, you know, some of that definitely rubbed off on me with my career now and my love for the game.
Ball and hand it off to Daddy, okay?
I had a unique seat in watching this legacy unfold, mainly from the bleachers. But every year, I saw how these players became sons to my dad. I heard him refer to them with respect as men, and I saw many of them come back year after year to thank him for the influence he had on their lives.
He's a mentor in so many respects, whether it's personal life or football or anything, and I've been blessed to get to know him and really value our friendship.
Looking back, my dad probably couldn't tell you how many young men he's coached, but he can tell you their names, the numbers they wore on their jersey, and he could describe a play they executed, defining them as a Wildcat. That's what sets Coach Chuck Kyle apart, and that is what has been the key to his success.
Anything he's ever told me or asked me to do, I've trusted because of the character he has and the type of person he is.
In a lot of ways, Chuck Kyle's the walking, talking epitome of a man for others. He's spent his whole life making probably a lot less money than he could going someplace else, inspiring kids and not just in sports, but in the rest of their lives.
They have to know that there's a respect and a love, a basic love, which he demonstrates by who he is and how he treats these kids. So he's a great gift to St. Ignatius, has been, and we hope will be for many, many years.